Gardening advice accumulates faster than gardening wisdom, and the difference between the two is specific and important. Advice is what gets repeated, the tip that sounds useful, that is easy to pass along, that generates engagement on social media because it is accessible and memorable. Wisdom is what actually changes plant outcomes, which is a smaller set of insights than the internet's gardening content volume would suggest. The 25 tips in this guide are filtered through the second standard rather than the first. Each one addresses a specific mechanism of plant performance that most gardeners manage incorrectly because the correct approach is either counterintuitive, insufficiently promoted, or obscured by advice that sounds equally credible but produces worse results. The first 10 address soil before they address plants, because soil biology is the foundation that determines the ceiling for every other gardening decision. A plant grown in biologically active, well-structured, adequately drained soil with consistent organic matter turnover will outperform the same plant grown in depleted or compacted soil regardless of how correctly watering, staking, pruning, and pest management are handled. The soil comes first because fixing the soil makes every subsequent decision more effective, while working with depleted soil makes every subsequent decision less effective regardless of how correctly it is made. Mulching is consistently listed as a gardening tip and consistently applied at the wrong depth to produce its most significant effects. 2 inches of mulch provides modest weed suppression and minimal moisture retention. 3 to 4 inches of mulch retains soil moisture through a week of hot dry weather that 2 inches cannot bridge, suppresses weed germination through the light exclusion that is the actual mechanism of weed prevention rather than just creating a physical barrier, and moderates soil temperature fluctuations that stress root systems during the temperature extremes of midsummer and late autumn. The extra 1.5 inches matters more than most gardeners realize. Soil temperature at planting depth is the variable that most spring gardeners ignore and that most spring planting timing gets wrong as a result. The ambient air temperature in April feels like spring. The soil at 6 inches, where transplant roots will be living, may still be 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Most warm season crops stall at soil temperatures below 60 degrees. The transplant that goes in when the air temperature supports it but the soil temperature does not spends 3 weeks in cold-induced metabolic slowdown rather than 3 weeks of growth, which completely eliminates the advantage of early planting. Checking soil temperature rather than calendar date before transplanting produces consistently better results with zero additional cost. Deadheading is one of the most effective ways to extend the productive season of flowering plants and one of the techniques most inconsistently applied. The plant's biological priority at any given moment is reproduction, producing viable seed. Once a flower has been successfully pollinated and seed formation has begun, the plant redirects energy from flower bud formation toward seed maturation. Removing spent flowers before seed set begins keeps the plant in the reproductive initiation phase continuously forming new flower buds, rather than allowing it to transition into seed maturation. A deadheaded annual produces 3 to 4 times the flowers of an undeadheaded one from the same planting. Watering at the root zone rather than from above is the watering tip that most gardeners have heard and most do not consistently apply because overhead watering feels more complete and more thorough. The reality is that overhead watering wets foliage, which provides no benefit to the plant and increases fungal disease pressure by maintaining the leaf surface moisture that pathogenic fungi require. Water delivered to the root zone, where it is actually taken up, and kept off the foliage, is the watering approach that improves plant health in addition to delivering moisture. Here is the point where most gardening tip guides skip the most important insight, which is that small adjustments to many variables produce small improvements across many variables while addressing one fundamental limiting factor produces large improvements across everything. The fundamental limiting factor in more gardens than any other is nutrient availability, not the absence of nutrients in the soil in an absolute sense but the absence of nutrients in plant available form at the moment the plant needs them most. Growth stages have peak nutritional demand periods. If the nutrition is not available during those periods, The growth stage produces a reduced outcome that subsequent nutrition cannot fully correct. Miracle-Gro water-soluble all-purpose plant food addresses this specifically because the water-soluble form makes nutrition available within hours of application rather than over the weeks that organic amendments require for biological processing. It is not a replacement for good soil biology, it is the input that fills the gap between what the soil can provide from its biological reserves and what the plant's peak demand periods require. Used midway through the growing season when many organic soil amendments have been depleted but the heaviest fruiting and flowering demands are still ahead, it is the input that keeps the most productive half of the season as productive as the first half. The link is in the description. The remaining 15 tips address specific practices across pruning, crop rotation, companion planting, pest identification, seed saving, succession planting, and the management of the soil biology that the first 10 established as foundational. Subscribe to Hydrohaven. The product links are in the description. See you in the next one.